Welcome to Top 10 Videos. Feel free to subscribe for more videos and turn on your bell notification. At number 10. Beautiful Seville, Spain. The South lives up to its stereotype as Spain's most fun-loving, open, hospitable region. Social life here is a public affair, in the streets, in the plazas, spilling onto cobblestones outside the bars. You don't even need a plan, just go outside and something will find you, whether it be a religious procession, there are so many religious processions, or an impromptu flamenco show, or a crowd of strangers watching a Betis game in one of the bars on La Alameda or Plaza del Salvador. For a real challenge, visit during the Feria de Abril, when the entire city dresses up like it's 1899 and spends a whole week dancing savannas and a day drinking in brightly colored canvas tents, called casitas. At number 9. Beautiful Redding, California. If you talk to someone about Redding, they'll likely remember the car fire and the destruction it caused in Northern California. But, as is typical with wildfires, new growth abounds from the ashes, and Redding is blossoming. Sure, Redding isn't the hippest place to hang on the West Coast, but it's not trying to be. It's a town big enough to allow you to explore alone, but small enough that if you stay for a week, you'll make friends with 3 bartenders and contemplate real estate costs on the outskirts of Shasta Lake. One of the most paradoxical things about Redding is this: you go there to leave it. The city is surrounded by some of California's most beautiful and untouched nature. There's Shasta Trinity National Forest to the north, home of beautiful Lake Shasta, Lassen Volcanic National Park to the east, boasting a ton of hydrothermal sites and the breathtaking devastated area, and Six Rivers National Forest to the west. At number 8. Beautiful Paris, France. Book a trip to Paris and friends will invariably ask, "Who are you going with?" Your perfectly acceptable response: "No one, damn it." You're about to binge on the planet's best museums, and nothing spoils a wool-gathering stroll, or a long meditative sit, or distracted sprint in a museum as surely as other people. Take the intimate Rodin Museum, for instance, on the grounds of a grand 18th-century mansion that the artist himself took over in 1911. That sits across the street from the Museum of the Army, housed in a veritable palace Louis XIV built for his wounded vets. At number 7. Beautiful Belgium. Visiting the world's greatest breweries via the world's most elegant vehicle. 2 things make Belgium a great place for a bike trip. First, the density of great breweries. The entire country is smaller than the state of Maryland, and so crammed with world-famous breweries, over 150 of them, that you can stop at a different one each day. Biking between these breweries is dangerously easy. Go on the tour, sample the beer, then hop on and ride off to your next pint. Second, the country is completely bonkers for bikes. Some of its biggest celebrities are professional cyclists. There's a bike shop on every corner, which saved me on 2 separate occasions, and a surprising number of dedicated bike paths parallel to highways. Drivers are much less threatening than in the States, an important consideration when you're riding with a belly full of monk brew Trappist. At number 6. Beautiful Buffalo, New York. Staying out until 5 a.m. with the new best friends you met at midnight. The city itself is chock full of culture, breweries, and reinvented relics from its manufacturing heyday. Even playing tourist at the birthplace of the Buffalo Wing at Anchor Bar, you'll meet some people who insist you bar hop with them through the student and artist-filled bars in Allentown until 3, only to find yourself cajoled into doing 4 a.m. shots at the iconic Dive Pink. You might wake up with a hangover, but you'll also wake up thinking you've never had that much fun with a group of strangers. At least not the kind you can openly talk about outside of Florida. At number 5. Beautiful Ireland. Dublin is easy to get to from New York. And exploring the idyllic, shockingly green countryside dotted with loads of fluffy white sheep is an easy day or overnight trip from Dublin. Ireland isn't very big at all, which means you can see a lot of it in only a little time. There are many ways to do it: by public transport, by bike, by renting a car. If efficiency is your goal, Scooting down to historic Cork over to the traditional harbour city of Galway and the inconceivable cliffs of Moher for a day or two is incredibly easy on a tour bus. Is it a little hokey? Yes, but it will also give you an easy opening with other solo travelers who probably also want to get a pint in a cozy bar with live Irish folk music and then buy a fisherman's sweater. At number 4. Beautiful Morocco. Seeing the world like a photographer. Nearly everywhere you turn in Morocco, there's something to be photographed. The colors of the aged architecture suck you in, says Ian Cantor, who took nothing but a backpack and 2 cameras to the North African country recently. The landscapes are paintings. The Medinas are chaotic, yet beautiful mazes. From city to city, Morocco offers something different. Chefchaouen practically begs to be put on film. Its blue-washed buildings complement overcast or blue skies, and the vast Rift mountain region surrounding them. At number 3. Beautiful Berlin, Germany. Berlin is a veritable feast of museums and historical hotspots, which makes it an excellent city for entry-level solo travel. Too shy to strike up a conversation with a stranger? Spend your days seeking the city's best currywurst while wandering between points of interest. Go to Bauhaus Archive to see items from Walter Gropius' iconic design school, and then head to Culture Forum, a complex of cultural buildings that includes the Neue Nationalgalerie, which houses 20th-century paintings. At number 2. Beautiful Utah. Perfect for outdoorsy adventures where you can get some actual peace and quiet. When we think of getaways to national and state parks, we mostly think of trips taken in the summertime. Summer, however, means crowds. To get some quality solo time during the off-season, the kind where you can actually hear yourself think without an ambient chorus of hungry schoolchildren in the background, you need to go to one of the outdoors destinations that are best visited in the wintertime. Utah has these in spades. And hoodoos. And at number 1. Beautiful Croatia. Perfect for enjoying the finer things, without spending like it. Dubrovnik can get a little pricey. It is, after all, one of Croatia's most touristed cities. But wander up Croatia's Dalmatian coastline and you'll find all the wine, cheese, seafood, and sunbathing spots you could ask for. This is a place where you can indulge without putting a crater in your wallet. Turns out, traveling solo to a gorgeous destination doesn't mean you have to rough it if you pick the right spot. Sample the oysters in the ancient village of Stin, and take a dip in front of the sea organ in the town of Zadar, where the waves make a musical instrument out of the strategically hollowed-out marble steps descending into the water. Stop in Pag for a wheel of what many consider the best sheep's cheese in the world.